Yeah, definitely. I've been working on a project for, the last year and a half, and, finally wrapped it up and had, plans to put it out at this point in time, and was just experiencing a lot of like delays and setbacks, and it was causing a measure of frustration of just like, I'm trying to, Lord, the baby's coming. I'm trying to, put everything
Right.
together before that. And I think I just realized it's not the time, you know what I mean? And so if this is truly something I've committed into God's hands from the very onset, it's a project that tells my testimony of coming to Christ. Then I want that to exist not just in the creation of the music but also in the release of it as well. And so I have to be mindful of the time that He's designated for it to come about, and just be faithful with opportunities like these and moments like this to connect, where I'm reminded of Him still opening doors of fellowship and community, and that He's building something up to the release of that project. And I remember reading in the Bible where Paul is talking about he's trying to enter into a particular territory, but he's experiencing like the Lord is not allowing that to occur. And so I think it's really important that we can try to force an issue before God has designated the time, and that always leads to chaos. That always leads to us not being able to experience the fullness of His favor and provision for something. And so, yeah, again, like that message of not being used to build my castle, but being used by God to establish His kingdom, I think is a very real thing in my life in relation to this project, because that's what it's ultimately intended to do.